This is Dave McCain with the Right Tree Genealogy doing another video on admin's view. Will the haplogroup split? There are a couple of big Y's that were expected to come in, and one of them did. The other one I'm still pending, and I'll do that in another video on what took place with it and what may end up happening when it's done. So what I want to do is go over to one of our members and show the number of people in their haplo tree as it stands today. There was a completion. So I've went in, turned off for the privacy reasons the actual names of the members that show up on this tree. But right here I'm focused on your branch. Again, as an admin, I'm logged in looking at this person's DNA branch. Prior to today, there were 2 people in this branch. Now there's 3. Totally awesome that we have an additional tester. The question then you look at, it says private variants, 4 on the average of 4 private variants and 3 big Y participants. That's pretty cool. Now what does that really mean when I go into the data for this individual and for the new tester's data that's come in? The tester that I have up has 7. If you notice down here at the bottom of the screen, it says 7 private variants. And what I want to point out here is something of value for this video and where I'm leading to. Will this be possibly a split? There, I want to just kind of highlight some. I want to point out here is 4107670, the 5679486, 673026, and the 9266364, the bottom one there. I want you to note those because I'm going to go over to another tester's data here in a moment and show you what they show as, this is under the private variants tab, what they show in theirs. Now I'm in the new tester's data. Again at the bottom, this is a different tester, not the same tester. Notice which 4 are showing up for this tester. The same 4 that I pointed out on the other individual. What could this mean? Well, as an admin, when we take a look at a new tester's results, we do take a look to see what it says about them initially, and then we go, as the admin, one of my functions, especially in lineage 1, which is my main focus in the project, I take a look at the data. I looked at the matches on the list and noticed that there was a group that was showing up, but these did not. So when I, number 1, look at the match list and see a person at the top of that match and it's a small number of variants that are listed, I then go over to the private variants tab, which I'm going to go back and show you that again. I go into private variants tab of a tester. In this case he shows 4. This is the new one. We go over to the other one. He shows 7 and 4 of them are listed. And by the way, the other ones show up as not matching for him to the other tester. When you look at this, and I'm going to go to the shorter list, what I typically will have to say here is these are high indicators that there will be a breakout. And not only will that be the case, this, in my opinion, the actual name is over on IZOG's website, by the way. Already, it would be named already. The 4107670 has a name. I believe that particular one, because it was found first in the block, closer to the beginning of the DNA, and I've seen this in the past on these, that they'll name the block after that SNP, and there will be 4 in this one. So what's going to end up happening is this. There are 3 listed here. 2 of them will go sub to this FT228487. Those 2 individuals will form a block underneath this one by themselves. Okay, so there'll be them underneath that block and then upstream. The next thing that's going to happen, we should see an update on the estimated time of those SNPs, because since those are going to be pulled down into their own block, then the FT228487 will get its own timestamp updated. Now, What I'm going to do here in a second is I'm going to go in here and see what the timestamp is now, and maybe in a future video, if it's relevant, I will show what the time has changed to. This all depends on how that falls. So with that said, I'm also going to go to that third person's kit and look at what his private variants are, if any. So now I'm over in that third participant's private variants. He has 3. None of these 3 show up in the 7, which those tests have been completed a while, so it would have already happened. And it doesn't show those 4 that I'm talking about. What do I think is going to happen? We're going to get a sub branch of this one with this person. The person left will show average private variance of 3 because he has 3. Then on the other one, there's going to be should list it as the average number of 3. So now let's go to the last thing I promised I would do. I want to click on this confirmed haplogroups information, and what it shows is the same thing it said there. Let's go to the scientific detail, which I like to do. It says the mean for this one is 1678 CE. Let's see if there's a significant thing happens in the future on this one, and I will bring it up if there's a significant change. 1 or 2 years I probably won't show it. It depends. But the point I want to make here is that whenever a new SNP block is formed, in this case it's going to be 4 separated out, whenever one is formed, it changes the date of the block above it, or can change the date. And I believe it will based on this new tester, but we'll see what happens. I wanted to show you as users, as an admin, what we see. As a user, you can see the same thing. Hey, I'm going to look at my private variance list, see how many there are. Well, they're not showing up on this person. Even if you don't have access to that other person's kit, if you don't see them listed, there's a likelihood that you'll be sub-branching off with them. If you see all your private variants listed in that person's list, then I wouldn't go so far as to say you're going to break off. And the term manual review, I want to say something about that as well real quickly here. I hear people talk about manual review. Not everyone is going to have a manual review. In this case, where this guy has these and no one else has them, there wouldn't have been a manual review with somebody else because the computer is going to flag the phylogeneticist's information for them to review, to say, hey, there could be a new branch here, what do you think? A manual review is not necessary unless there's apparently some kind of a change that's going to happen. Well, I hope this content was enjoyable for you, and if you like it, subscribe here or watch some of this other content. Let's continue learning together.